Good morning. Well, welcome back to the channel. You find me today in the middle of a job, so I'm talking quiet because it's quite early in the morning and neighbours are next door. Anyway, so I mentioned briefly in the last video that my Land Rover was currently broken due to making a noise. Anyway, been playing on my mind, had a little bit of a think about it, did some research, and I think there might be a bolt missing in the when I did the auto conversion, which might be making the noise. So I'll go out there and I'll film that shortly. But the real reason for filming today, so I only discovered that midweek, so that's like got to be done because it means the Land Rover might be usable again someday. But the real reason for the filming today is over the Christmas break, which was like not last week, week before, I fitted some new locks and door handles and stuff, upgraded the security a little bit, put some new genuine like 2015 Defender locks, and basically having done that, one of them decided to play up. I needed to put central locking on the back door. Well, I didn't need to, but I thought, well, I might as well spend the extra 35 quid, put central lock on the back door, feed into the original central locking circuit and popped it, or popped the alarm, or both. So at the moment I've got a bit of a upgrade planned anyway, so I'm going to start some new central locking, or different central locking, a different alarm, because obviously it's got an alarm currently, but I think they might pop that as well. Anyway, it needed a bit of work, so and I thought while I'm at it, I've got the binnacle off for the central locking section, so I thought I'll stick a new binnacle on, so we've got some goodies to put on, and I thought, well, I might as well go the whole bloody hog, so I'll bring you back in 1 second and show you what we've got. Apologies if I'm out of focus, I'm new to this camera. So here we go with the new bits. So we've got a new Raptor Engineering dash binnacle pod. Can't really see. Some new LEDs for the dashboard rev counter, because mine never came in one, but now I've got a 6-cylinder in there. I'd like to see what it's doing, so that's a special one for diesels. New central locking kit, different dashpod, and new alarm. So yeah, I'll join you. You'll join me back outside in a couple of minutes, and we'll try and show you this noise before I have a go at correcting it. Hello again. Alright, you'll have to excuse the traffic noise. I'm on a main road. So yeah, I haven't started this for over a week, so I'll just you have to excuse the crap. Like I said, I'm in the middle of several jobs. So, just wanted to show you what the noise is. So the car's in neutral on the transfer box. Just want to see if you can hear this noise. Click and drive. Just take it out of drive. Stops. So, I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, let's have a go. So again, excuse the focusing issues, everybody. So I don't know whether you just heard that. Basically it's sort of making a ticking sound as soon as it's in drive. So yeah, you can see it's cold out here. It's I don't know, the 9th of January. So yeah, you can it's ticking away. Did a bit of research in the week, and obviously this is it's now an OM606, so it's not a standard Land Rover, and on the back of that it's an auto gearbox, but the gearbox is a hybrid Range Rover Classic D2 Range Rover P38 hybrid. Yeah, I'll explain that in a walk around someday. But anyway, so the problem I've got is this gearbox didn't come with the car. Now I rebuilt the transfer box when I was fitting the new gearbox, so the whole drivetrain underneath is brand new. Problem is, I didn't realise that you needed an extension coupler, an extension shaft. Well, I did, but I thought the one I got was right, but the one I got supplied was wrong. Anyway, it didn't come attached to the car, so I didn't realise that it's secured with a retaining bolt. So only after doing some research this week, there's meant to be a retaining bolt that holds the extension shaft on the output shaft of the gearbox. Now I haven't got that, so before I take any transfer boxes apart or order any new parts or try and drop the gearbox, because it's a shit of a job and I'm on a main road, I'm going to try and put this bolt in. So plan is now quickly take off the PTO cover off the transfer box. Hopefully I can get to the rear of the output shaft from the gearbox, because obviously it goes into the input gear on the transfer box, and hopefully I'm going to try and get this bolt that's missing in. So I'll bring you back underneath. I'll swap cameras. Obviously this is my main camera as of now anyway, it's new. I'll swap cameras and I'll bring you back in underneath. So that there you can see is the end of the gearbox shaft, and that is moving potentially. So it's about an hour and a half later now. So I undid those 6 bolts, tried the new bolt in. The new bolt I had got wasn't long enough, so I've had to go on a hunt. But at the moment we're in lockdown in the UK, so yeah, luckily I found a hardware shop that would do contactless collection. So I've bought a new bolt, had to cut it down with a grinder. Don't worry, I cleaned it all up. I've popped it back in. Now for the first start, let's have a look, see whether it has worked. So this is I've not done anything since. All I've done is put the thing back on. I do need to take, if this does work, I do need to take the PTO cover back off, clean all the gasket crap off, and then put some new sealant on. I've still got some from the last time over there. So right then, I'm just going to fold you round, and we are here. So you'll be the first to hear this, as I will. Starts so well. Right then. So reverse, neutral, drive. I can't hear that ticking. try that again. So that's part, reverse, neutral, drive. So that obviously was a success. So that's brilliant news, because that means now we can get back on with test driving the Land Rover once this weekend's work is finished. So yeah, that is major. So basically we unplug that big plug, that little white plug, and those two red plugs from these connectors here, and the binnacle can then come out. You can see the state of it as to why I'm replacing this. I also believe we need to take 2 levers off the heater controls, and then this comes out. So I'm going to just disconnect these 4. See that? That's 4 screws back into the bulkhead support. So now we're just going to disconnect these two. That this cable there, you can just see, should be connected to the bottom of that lever there, but it's already disconnected and my heaters are all over the place. So we're just going to disconnect that, take these bolts from at the top and, excuse the focus, disconnect those bolts from at the top and drop it all out. So, don't know how well you can see this, but this is obviously what's come off and what's going back in. So there is the old one, old binnacle. You can see from the edge how damaged that is. It's all just very dirty as well, so that will need to clean. So this is the new one from Raptor Engineering UK. I bought this, I haven't subsidised the channel, but basically there I've got, well, I've had 2 Raptor dashes so far in that Land Rover, and I have basically this will be the last thing, and then I've got the full dash system. So here's the other bit, which you can see. So that again, you can see all the edges are all cracking, and you know, it's just generally it's absolutely brittle. I mean, it's 22, 23 years old, so it's not done too bad really, and it was a farm truck at one point in its life. So but you can see the tabs have snapped off, so you got one that side but not one that side. So the binnacle never sat properly anyway, so you can see that sort of sits like that, but it never worked. So I've gone for the rear piece as well, and that comes with all of the hardware to make it fit, but also because I like to try and upgrade while I'm fixing and repairing, I've also gone for a rev counter. So this is from 4B. Again, I'm not sponsored by 4B, but the guy's local. I like to try and support local businesses if we can. And I'm also going to upgrade the LEDs, upgrade the binnacle to LEDs. So I'm going to have a bit of a play with this, and I'll bring you back shortly. I ain't going to bother showing you doing the cleaning, because you can all see people cleaning. So just before I start the cleaning up of this, how you take these out. This is a pre-2000 Defender, so the switch panel secures in from the front. It's basically a 300 TDI from the factory. Obviously now it's got a OM606 in, and basically these are secured in as any normal gauge is, through basically through friction. So you undo these little locking tabs, which are only hand tight, and that pulls the the dials into the binnacle. So these just screw out with 2 screws, and then these pop out from the front, and they're just held in with friction with these little bars. So I'm going to do them one by one, just so I can keep the wiring as the same, but I just wanted to show you that before I start disassembling it and cleaning it all up. So I'm going to start with the big binnacle. Actually no, I'm going to start with the warning gauges. So I've just swapped over the warning dash to the warning lights to the new dash, give them a bit of a clean. I'll probably give it another wipe over once it's back in the car. And now I'm going to start with the main speedo binnacle. So again, I'm going to do it one at a time so I don't forget which areas are which. So start off, just I'm doing these by hand, and then basically so what you've got is the main speedo drive in the middle, and then you've just got I think probably a warning lamp maybe, and just some the main sort of LED bulb, sorry, the main incandescent. So that just pushes forward, pops off, and these little clips come loose. So quick one, obviously just installing these LED kits from 4B at the same time, and there is two things to know. So obviously when you do order one, you need to know what your dash panel is. If you have one with a clock, you get a separate type of LED, well, you can see that. But so these are the standard looking ones, and then these are the sort of, that's the one for the little clock. It's a different fitting. I don't think I'm going to be using that. Anyhow, but the reason I wanted to show you this quickly is because LEDs are they can only be installed one way. They are polarity, what's the word, I don't know. Anyway, which way around you get them, they only work one way around basically. So obviously to test this, I'm not in the car, obviously I'm doing all this in my little man space. So I always keep little bits of scrap wire knocking around, and I also have one of these alarm batteries for testing little circuits and stuff. So basically on the Land Rover wiring diagram, you can see, if you follow out where the bulbs come from, follow the cables back, and on this larger plug there is a red wire with a white trace. That is your headlight mains, and then if you look there is a earth terminal block. So what I'm going to do, or what I have done off camera, but I thought I'd just show you quickly, is rig up this very hastily. All I'm going to do literally is touch these wires on the terminals of these batteries. So this is really bad practice on how quick I'm doing it, but I've got a big heavy schedule, but I just wanted to show you the theory behind it really. So I'll leave the earth off, and then basically, so on my little diagram, find the one with the red tracer, and then I've got a live just on a switch that can just push over that. So that will make the live if it stays in. Bear in mind, I'm only just doing this on the bench just to quickly test these lights. So push your lights in whichever way around you think at first. There's no way to tell. You've literally got to test them. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll use that as the switch. So, and then on that earth point, I'm just going to wrap the earth cable around. It's only for a few minutes. I don't recommend that you do this at home. Try and rig up a little system, but this is just something to show you just in case you are stuck. So for instance, that's the bulb I've just changed, and then all I do now is get my red wire with the red trace, which is there, red wire with a white trace, and pop the live onto that. Now as you can see, I got that right the first time, which is only pure coincidence, but you can see how bright they are. You know, I mean, that's impressive really. So that's it, just a little test circuit, completely temporarily, and then all you do is just pop that off. I mean, if you are going to use test circuits, you can get these batteries. I've got this from RS Components for about 30 quid. You just literally crimp little spade connectors onto them, But yeah, I'm literally doing this on the fly because I didn't realise there was any way around. There wasn't a physical way to check. So, excuse the traffic noise, we're on the main road again. We are one full day past since I last brought you in. I've done a lot of messing around. So basically, the cover, sort of binnacle surround is now in. Excuse the tech screw, Rich will like that if he watches. Yeah, I couldn't get the grommet out. So that's that. So that's all my central lock-in system now fully wired in. Yeah, so I might go and get the tripod and set you up and try and get this binnacle in. So I've had to do some wiring modifications, etc. Because, yeah, various reasons. I've got a tacho now, or a diesel tacho to be more specific. I've also changed to LED lights, not that that makes a difference, but yeah, obviously the central lock and everything's gone behind there, so now it's just a case of hopefully popping this back together and screwing it up. So I've just gone in the house, fetched the hardware, so yeah, let's have a go at this and try not to scratch everything. Always worth taking photos if you're in doubt about where your electrical connections go. So I had two little ones down here. One was at the top, correct. So first of all, don't do that. Smash your new speedo in. There we go, it's gone. Switch to the next one. So you've got supplied in this kit, you've got sort of 4 of these pins which fit on the spring toggles. Oh, that's gone a lot better that way. And then I've got 2 little ones because I also had the little fascia plate down here, so that should be that. That needs to pop back over, of course, but let's just get it in place loosely for now. So if you're thinking that doesn't sound like a normal Land Rover, you're right. It's 3 litre, 6-cylinder from Mercedes-Benz. Right, here we are, dashboard all fully installed. Can't see that, but there is some posh lights in there. This one doesn't quite match because it's a aftermarket tacho, which if I just pop you down a second, you'll see. So that's it. This needs a good clean, if not changing, to be honest. That's it. I'll just got to put the bottom shroud back on and then we're done. So there we have it. Completed Raptor dash. There's the centre one that's already in. Got the lockable cubby over there. Some additional gauges because of the new install. There's the additional tacho and the new switch panel there. So the rest of the dash really could do with doing, but yeah, we'll do that when I get around to it. That's it. thank you very much for watching, and yeah, hopefully see you on the next one, and I'll see you soon.